For Newsy, I'm Logan Tittle. Kansas legislators have approved a bill defining human life as beginning at fertilization. This bill is one step closer to being signed into law.
A sweeping anti-abortion bill is a step closer to being passed in Kansas. The House approved the measure yesterday. It blocks tax breaks for abortion providers. This bill is now headed to Kansas governor for his signature.
The final 70-page bill, HB 2253, passed through the House 90-30 and the Senate 28-10 Friday evening. Republicans have a large majority in both houses. The measure now goes to the desk of Republican Governor Sam Brownback, who opposed abortion and is expected to sign it. The bill, if passed, would also prohibit abortion providers from being involved in public school sex education classes, outlaw funding to abortion providers, require any woman using her health saving account funds for an abortion to notify her employer, and have no exceptions in cases of rape or incest. A similar sweeping anti-abortion bill was killed in the Kansas Senate last session, but that was with a more moderate state legislature. Because anti-abortion state lawmakers won big victories in 2012's election, Kansas abortion opponents are seizing the opportunity to push it through this year. And opponents to the bill are calling the measure Taliban-like. And if this law passes, it would be easier to legally obtain a switchblade than it would be to legally obtain an abortion. This is the latest in a string of omnibus anti-abortion measures being passed by states in the past 2 years. 13 states, including Missouri, Arizona, Utah, Tennessee, and Alabama, already have laws with language similar to the Kansas bill. North Dakota's Republican governor signed a ban on abortions as early as 6 weeks into a pregnancy, the narrowest window of any U.S. state. In Arkansas, a near ban on abortions from the 12th week of pregnancy onward was approved by legislators who overrode a veto by Governor Mike Beebe. This passage of the bill coincides with the reopening of a Kansas abortion clinic that closed in 2009 after one of its doctors was murdered by an anti-abortion activist.
And in 2009, an anti-abortion activist succeeded in what his colleagues had tried before, and Dr. George Tiller was shot dead inside his church during Sunday services. And because of that, Dr. Tiller's clinic, the only one in that part of the state, closed.
And it also comes on the heels of a landmark decision concerning the availability of emergency contraceptives.
The emergency contraception known as Plan B will now have to be made available over the counter to women of any age, even teenagers. This overturns a controversial decision made by Health Secretary Kathleen Sebelius in 2011, barring anyone under the age of 17 from buying Plan B without a prescription.
Though the Kansas bill defines life as beginning at fertilization and puts various restrictions on abortion providers, it does not completely ban abortions in the state. According to NBC, abortion rights groups have said they will challenge the new laws in court. For Newsy, I'm Logan Tittle.